we got here's what we got and what's trending with COVID numbers on the rise around the country, along with more cases of monkeypox popping up in major markets like Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, and Atlanta. People are asking, is it safe to keep their summer travel plans?
So absolutely, and good morning, Rickey Smiley. Happy Monday to you, and thank you for the opportunity to bring this healthcare information to the listeners of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
And thank you for joining us, Dr. Collier. You know, we always appreciate everything, and I guess the question is, should we start revising, our travel plans and how concerned, we should be about the summer COVID wave?
Oh, well, the summer COVID rates, they're up over 200% now in the last 3 weeks, so the rates are there. I'm seeing it in my office. It is a real phenomenon. And not only am I seeing it, Ricky, but people aren't just testing positive, but they're sick. They're having symptoms. They are having fever and chills and coughing. And invariably, 100% of them have come in, and they did not consider COVID as a diagnosis. They thought, is my sinuses acting up, or I have a sinus infection, or I have allergies flaring. And that wasn't the problem. I said, well, let's do a COVID test on you. And this started, of course, after the Memorial Day, holiday. A lot of people did traveling and a lot of, family gatherings and graduations, etc. I had personal graduation parties that resulted in people testing positive, 2 to 3 days later. So I know that this phenomenon is real. So, yes, you need to revise your travel plans. When you get on that airplane, wear your mask, continue social distancing, make sure that you've gotten your vaccines. And if you need a booster, get your third dose of the Moderna, third or fourth dose of the Pfizer. And then if you've taken the Johnson & Johnson, you really need to get one or the other, the Pfizer or the Moderna, preferably the Moderna.
Right.
So, another phenomenon that we're seeing here is the increased incidence of thyroid disease. The thyroid gland is located in the front of the neck. It's wrapped around the windpipe. It looks like a butterfly. So for men in particular, where your Adam's apple is, just below the Adam's apple is where your thyroid gland is located. So when your thyroid isn't working properly, you don't have a great metabolism, and your body's not processing this food and turning it into energy the way that it should. So when your thyroid makes that hormone, it can make too much or too little. When your thyroid makes too much thyroid hormone, your body uses energy too quickly. That's called hyperthyroidism. Using energy too quickly will not only just make you tired, it makes your heart beat fast, so you become tachycardic, causes you to lose weight uncontrollably, gives you a nervous feeling and tremors, and, you can have a big problem resulting in what's called a thyroid storm that can really be life-threatening. On the flip side, Ricky, if your thyroid isn't making enough thyroid hormone, that's called hypothyroidism. That's when you get too little, then you become tired, fatigued, you might gain some weight. But other things, you'll have slower speech or movement, hoarse voice, a puffy face, or swelling in the thyroid gland. When we were growing up, we used to see people with thyroid goiters that looked like a football under their neck. And so because we can treat this now much better, we're not seeing that as much. But you can have difficulty thinking and focusing. You can feel depressed. You can be forgetful. Again, muscle weakness, constipation, a big complaint amongst my female patients. Heavy menstrual bleeding or irregular periods, muscle and joint pain, swollen legs, ankles, or feet. So thyroid disease is something you need to make sure you're getting checked for, ladies, if you have any of those symptoms. It's predominantly more, I guess they say it's more popular in women, but men do have thyroid issues, and it can be high or low. Make sure when you go to the doctor, you get a full thyroid function testing, not just a TSH, not just a TSH.
Okay, let's go to the call. You're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Yes, Dr. Collier. I am a service-connected veteran, and I suffer from diverticulitis. And from my last flare-up in November, it was really bad. I spent 29 days in the hospital because they really wanted to cut out my sigmoid colon. And what I'm calling about is I suffered severe case of hemorrhoids after those antibiotics got to working on me. And I'm really having a problem with interior hemorrhoids. I went to see a surgeon, and he said I had fissures that he would like to cut out. Can you give me some advice?
Okay, fissures are a bigger problem because those are just open areas where you can have literally stool leaking into the inside of your body can cause sepsis. So those fissures do need to be repaired. There are some great techniques now for hemorrhoid therapy, particularly the internal hemorrhoids. They can use banding, they can use lasers, they can literally remove them and not impair you for any significant period of time if you qualify for one of those conservative treatments. If not, the traditional cutting out of the hemorrhoid, which is just a dilated vein, and that becomes dilated like a balloon when you sit on the toilet and have to strain to have a bowel movement. When you're pushing hard, you blow those hemorrhoids up, and that's when they can become a problem. As long as they're just there dangling, it's not an issue. But if they become thrombosed, in other words, a blood clot happens, then it becomes excruciatingly painful. You can't sit down, and it's a major problem. So you got three things going on. The diverticulitis, which is inflammation of a diverticulum, diverticulosis. You need to make sure that you're following the diet and preventing yourself from flaring up, because the ultimate treatment is to cut out those portions of the colon that are infected or that have diverticulum, so that this doesn't flare up again. It's like literally having multiple appendices. It can be one, it can be 100.
All right, John, Dr. Collier, good morning.
Why is it that I get sleepy after I eat, or is that just a black thing?
No, it is not, because your stomach, all of the blood flow rushes to your internal organs and your intestines to help you digest food. So your brain is not getting the type of blood flow that it would like or needs, and when that happens, you get sleepy or fatigued. So it's called postprandial somnolescence. That's a big word that means I get sleepy after I eat. So you need to do something after eating. Stop eating once you feel the first symptoms of feeling full, and don't overstuff yourself. And two, take a walk or stroll through your office or around your sofa a couple of times, or outside if you can, and you'll get through that and, improve your cardiovascular fitness in general.
All right, Dr. Collier, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Rickey Smiley. You can reach me on all social media at Ask Dr. MJ. I will be doing Facebook Live this Wednesday at 6:30. And remember, take your vitamin D, 5,000 international units per day. Go to my website, lipodrops.com, to find out how you can maintain your health. These are the opinions of Dr. MJ Collier, not those of Rickey Smiley, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show cast, or its production crew. All right, Rickey, have a great week. We'll talk to you next time.